when you let Jorginho run the game and dictate the game, you're going to struggle. And Kai Havertz playing as a false nine, he's been terrific in that position, Glenn, and that's what they need. They need him taking the chances.
He's been brilliant. I mean, Bournemouth were poor here. Giving Jorginho, of all people, you have to pin him down. One of the strikers might have dropped in there, but if you let him turn and play balls in, and this is what Sterling was bought for, to bring out quality like this. It's a quality ball, and Havertz has finished it really well on his favoured left foot. And Chelsea have been at it today, haven't they? Let's be fair, from the first minute. I said they were in that dressing room, I thought they'd be a little bit under pressure. Well, they've come out and played with such freedom. They've been the opposite, and they've been excellent.
I know you're a fan of Havertz. He's had 6 touches in the Bournemouth penalty area, more than any other player. He's been the focal point as well at times, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he's a fabulous player. I think the problem he has is he's a number 10, but he has to play as a false 9. You know, even with Germany, at times he plays a false 9. With Leverkusen, he often played on the right-hand side. And I think because he can do so many things for you, you know, I just love the fact he can slot in anywhere. And with Mason Mount playing as 10, they need him as a 9. And I think in terms of goal scoring, he's top drawer. But also, he created the second goal, you know, with some smart play.
What I like about him as well, Owen, is that we talk about false 9, he prefers to play here and there, but he ends up in the box.
Yeah.
He ends up, when in that 18-yard box, he ends up as a 9.
Yeah.
And that's important. When you're playing a false 9, you have to have people arriving in there, and he wants to get in there in the end. And he's been excellent today. I mean, there've been some good performances for Chelsea. He's probably top of the list up till now. It's half time, but he's been really effective in the game. He's affected the game in every which way. But for me, I don't mind him playing little floating positions, end up in the box.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And as Owen says, he had a hand in the second goal, which started with the goalkeeper Kepa.
Well, it did. Yeah, I mean, I mean, Chelsea have been, as I say, they've been with a bit of freedom. Look at that. That's where your fullback is. And you've got Sterling now. Look at the movement. Look at the desire, the bodies to get forward. That's a lovely little ball from his dugout from Mount. And again, we see Havertz here. Just laying on a beautiful ball, Owen. It's the key, isn't it?
Yeah, but this is what I like. I mean, he plays as a false 9, but he drops off. He links it, then he gets on the outside, allows Raheem Sterling to come inside. But Glenn, that point you make, he stays alive. You know, he gets in the box. You know, he's a number 10. He wants to create. But in the big moments, he's there. And this weight of pass to Mason Mount is what makes the goal.
Yeah.
Top players, Glenn. I mean, you used to do that every time, and it wasn't all that easy for all of us, but I think you...
Sometimes, like, they stuff the ball into it, and you have to take the touch, and the opportunity's gone. He's just... It's like what I call sunny side up. He's just laid it in lovely, and bosh, he can hit it. Gives you the choice to hit it first time, or take a touch if you need to. And it was a lovely, lovely bit of play.
It wouldn't be Christmas without one of his special sayings, but I love it, sunny side up. He was involved when Chelsea thought, in an extraordinary incident, actually, at both ends, they had a third goal.
Yeah, I mean, Thiago Silva's had a couple of these moments. He's tried to play a dodgy ball there. You know, there was a shout, maybe potential penalty, but watch how quickly Chelsea transition. And this is what they've done really well. I thought Reece James has been terrific in the game, but they get bodies forward, and Kai Havertz leading the line there. Great touch. I think it's a bit harsh, really, that he's given a foul for the push. But I think the referee was right on top of it. He saw there, but you just see there a bit of a push on the back, but could have easily let that run.
50-50, isn't it? You see Smith just puts his arm across first. This is an interesting one as well, Owen. Look, he gets there first, Billings. He just gets the touch, and then there's the contact. Now, whether he would have got onto the ball, he wouldn't have done, but it's a foul.
Yeah.
Anywhere else on the pitch, I think he gives a foul.
Yeah, I looked at it, yeah.
OK, well, Gary O'Neill certainly has some talking to do at half-time, but for Graham Potter...
Yeah, I think, you know, he gives me the freedom to do wherever I feel comfortable on the pitch, and, you know, I like that, and I like that, you know, to play free and to get the ball very often, to be, in the box and just to play, and I think he gives me a lot of confidence.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Just backing up exactly what Glenn was saying at half-time, being in the box, and he certainly was after 16 minutes to give them the lead in that fast start that they had, Glenn.
Yeah, he was excellent today, he really was. But yeah, as he said, Graham Potter's given the licence to float about, and you see him just eventually getting in the penalty area, which is great. Look at his bursting a gut to get on the back of the defender. That's what I liked about that. That's really a little bit of a number 9. He played a false 9, really, but that was a number 9. He had that moment where he's burst the gut to get in there, and he tucks. It's a great ball from Sterling, it really is. But he's stretching. He's outrun the defenders, his desire to get in there, and that's what he's got to keep doing if Chelsea are going to play this way with him as like a semi number 9. But he arrives in the box. And that's what I like about him. He's all-round play is there for everyone to see. But if he can do that and keep doing that and getting in the box and penetrating right into that penalty area, he'll pick up goals.
And you like this part in the second goal as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is what he prefers. That's what he's got to do for Chelsea, because they need him to put the ball in the back of the net. But this is what they do really well. Kepa, they look better, more comfortable. Kepa playing the ball out from the back. But this is what he likes to do. He likes to drop off and link it. We'll see it on the next angle. But he just wants to be involved in the game. He wants to get touches. He wants to... And this is what he does well. You know, this way to pass from Mason Mount. You know, pass appreciation is perfect. But there's another angle where we'll see, you know, he just wants to be involved in the link-up play. He wants the ball into feet. He's very good in the air, you know, with his size and his presence. But I just think his link-up play, that's a benefit of having a false nine.
It's a fabulous finish as well.
Yeah, it's a great finish.
Well, Mason Mount's first goal at Stamford Bridge in over a year.
Is it
incredibly?
Really? Wow.
Which, you know, is good news for Chelsea if he can get on a run of scoring as well.
Well, he got in the box quite a lot himself, actually, didn't he? In and around the penalty area, and that's what he's capable of. He's got that sort of little bit of a guile, that little finish, that side foot bender, curler, and that's how you see him scoring goals. If you picture a goal he doesn't get in the 6-yard box. I think that's down for Sterling. Sterling's got to chip in a bit more. He's only had 3 goals, you know. The creation for Havertz has got to be, you know, he hasn't really hit the road running still.
But I actually thought, today I thought it looked like he had a blueprint. Raheem Sterling on the right, I thought he looked really comfortable with the cross. When he plays on the left, he always has to come inside. He's not a good crosser ball with his left foot. So you had Kai Havertz, you had Mason Mount. Felt like he had something which he could build upon.
And what with Reece James, unfortunately, we've seen him get injured, which is an absolute disaster.
And he looked brilliant while he was playing, though, didn't he?
Those two, look, that's where it was working a treat, wasn't it, down that right-hand side. They looked more balanced today, but I think it was an attitude, really, in many ways. It was like, on the front foot, let's go on the front foot. We're a good side, we've got good players, let's get back to basics of doing it quick and doing it sharp. And that's how they started the game, and they went right through the game playing that way, really.